Welcome to week 124. Yesterday I had to stay in a darkened room because I had a pineal gland headache all day for 12 or 13 hours. About 13 hours it started to fade down. It's clear today, but my energy is still a little bit drunken, a little bit, wobbly on my feet. And so I knew that there was something big going to come through today. When I woke this morning, I saw a Jesus-like figure. I don't want to say Jesus because that's not what it was. It was a Jesus-like energy, a Christ body, if you like. And on recognizing it, it began to be torn apart like this into two. So I recognize that this is the separation of the original from the original purity of us, and this soul was separated. And then I saw a vision of, or it shifted to just the face, a masculine face. It was laying down, and it was the masculine aspect of this being. So I only saw the head. And as I questioned this, I saw a feminine energy appear, and it was very galactic-like. Can you remember that not last week, the week before, we had a very galactic feminine energy coming through. So it was like a galactic light body. I could see that it was a galactic feminine, and there was a lot of light emanating from this particular vision. And then I saw a masculine energy come into vision, and it was a small head, which was very much like a kangaroo with ears up, and his face was sort of a little bit like a kangaroo, a little bit like a donkey, but more kangaroo, but very small, and this big rounded type body of a man, quite swollen in shape, and it felt more of a darkened energy. So it was like the feminine energy was carrying the light, and the masculine energy was carrying the dark. So we had the polarity, the opposites, the yin and the yang of this one originally Christed energy, separated. One part had become feminine, one part had become masculine, one part had become light, and one part had become carrying the darker side of the energy, the polarized energies. The masculine energy seemed to fall. I didn't see the feminine side. I just saw the masculine part fall, and I don't understand, but there was like a hand holding the right leg of this. Was it the right leg? Could have been the left. Could have been the left leg. Anyway, there was a hand holding the leg as the person was upside down, but I don't quite understand what that means. And then the vision shifted, and I saw big lightning bolts, really big lightning bolts in dark clouds. So as if I was actually up there in the clouds myself. And then appeared godlike visions, and it felt quite dark and gloomy, but I wanted to say lumi, like it was dark and gloomy, but I wanted to say lumi. So it was as if I wanted, or I could feel this luminous energy that behind this dark and gloomy energy. So as the energy began to shift, I heard the thunderbolts of lightning striking, and I saw a luminosity within the clouds, and the godlike beings were now luminous and not angry. So it was almost, I guess, like maybe it was a calling on the luminous energy to come forward. Then through the clouds, as if still in the clouds, I saw a knight in armor on horseback, riding through the clouds. He appeared with illumined light, and I saw approaching him, half man, half horse, not dark, not light, really, just half and half. And as the two approached each other, the vision shifted slightly, as if they were charging forward, as if racing. And I could hear the words, race against time. And I noticed the half man, half horse man was carrying a chariot, which would mean, shift coming, movement happening. In the chariot, in the tarot, is to do with the masculine and the feminine energies there. So the half man, half horse, and the chariot, something to do with the masculine and feminine coming through in the healing there. Then appeared a big solid wooden cross, and behind the darkened cross was a glow of light, like a flame of light. It was light, but it was like a flame. And the flame intensified and engulfed the cross, but through the center part of the cross itself. It came through from the back and into the front and became almost like a dove of light. The energy was that of the dove as it came through. So this flame was white, by the way. It was white light. The flame was white light, and as it came through, it became the dove, which is peace, which is, the dove is the Christ energy of the Christ. The cross would symbolize the cross that we bear, and the awakening heart. The cross is at the heart, and the cross that we bear as we become the perfected human. Then it morphed again, the vision morphed again, and the vision filled the whole screen of my inner vision, and it was a big palm leaf, a very big palm leaf. Or maybe it was a banana leaf, to be honest with you. I don't really know. I haven't had time to go into the full looking at the symbolism of, but it was a very big leaf. And that filled my vision. And then I saw two powerful bodies entwined in the heavens, very muscular, very powerful, very muscular. But I was looking at it so close, I could see the bodies, but I couldn't really see if it was masculine or feminine. It appeared I was seeing more of the masculine aspect. And then to show me that there was a feminine aspect there, one body sort of started to pull away slightly like this, and was very light, wearing like a light garment, and felt very feminine. So this was to give me the inference that yes, it was the divine masculine and divine feminine in shudder, as if in activation. My feet and arms started to shake and rattle, and then it moved into my base chakra, where it started to become more of the kundalini energy beginning to rise, and it rose right through me into a full orgasmic union energy. And at exactly 3 minutes past 7, my phone rang, and as there was nobody on the other end that I'm aware of, but the phone, the name that came through was the name of my divine counterpart. And so I saw this as possibly just, was it a message from spirit, just to bring confirmation that the two energies had actually connected at that time. There were no voice, no sounds in the background, just the phone ringing. And I went back and had a look at the time, and it was exactly 3 minutes past 7. And so the phone said 0703. And 7 and 3 are the two most divine numbers of all. They signify the mystical numbers of man. They represent the mystery of the sacred architecture of humanity, and which is the mystery of us having to learn about the journey of the human. And these mysteries, they have to be solved by the individual. Each of us must solve our own. We do not have the same journey. We are not made up the same. We have our own mysteries to unravel. And the 0 signifies the power of spirit over man, or this power of spirit in man, if you like. So I knew that something very powerful had taken place to bring us into unity, to bring us into reunion. And then, anyway, in the reading below, you can have a look at more about my story there. But in general, this message today was very much like showing us that the beginning, from the beginning of the original soul and split of the soul, and the separation, where the separation happened, into the one soul that would carry the light and one soul that would carry the dark. And but for this instance today, we are looking more at the masculine, because this is the energy that we've been we're coming into we're equalizing with at the moment is more of the masculine energy. Personally, I've been experiencing a lot of this because I tend to bring the experience of the energies and what's happening. I bring it into my physical world. I have to experience it before I can embody it. And then I'm able to understand the journey and able to bring the messages through to you. So we're shown what the energies are working into our physical, but energy vibrates faster than the physical. And so the physical has to come up. We have to come up. Our consciousness needs to come up into a faster frequency to meet the energy so that we can bring this into full manifestation. Today is actually a 35-8 day, I think, 24, and 8 is 32, 34, 54. No, it's not. It's a 54-9 day. I don't know where I was getting the 34-8 from. I was getting it from somewhere. Forget that bit. So anyway, we have to raise our frequency. We need to rise up so that we can meet with what's going on spiritually in the galactic, in the spiritual bodies. We need to raise our consciousness so that our frequency is fast enough for us to bring this into full manifestation. So we're being offered full union. We're being offered the reunion of the masculine and feminine. We're being offered the melding together, the coming together, the merging. We're being offered that. But are we vibrating high enough in the physical? Are we vibrating enough in our consciousness to be able to fully bring this into being? So this is the requirement for us to do this. We must remember we have to rise up, rise up, rise up. This is what ascension is. Last week, you will remember that we entered into the temple of ascension to be immersed into the flames of ascension, to purify our bodies, to bring us into, allow us to move through the climb, the rising of the Kundalini. And we have had the Kundalini rising energy coming through this week, and it took just 7 days. And and the Kundalini energy meets at the brow chakra. So yesterday I was having a brow chakra activation with the pineal gland headache being, vroom, vroom, so strong. There is not, you can't take a pill to get rid of these headaches. They are light-infused headaches. That is so much light coming into the pineal gland that pineal gland feels like it's actually banging into your scalp as it is expanding, expanding, expanding. In the before the fall of Atlantis, man had full consciousness, had enlarged pineal glands, and then because of the misuse of energy, our pineal glands shrank, and a man no longer had full consciousness. But in this time that we are about now, of course, we are regaining full consciousness, and our pineal glands are expanding. And so when people are beginning to awaken and beginning to take on more light, their pineal glands are expanding, and that brings with it these headaches. So, and many children today, and adults, I myself am one that was born with an enlarged pineal gland. They're called indigos, are born with enlarged pineal glands. And when this energy is activated in the brow chakra, these headaches begin. So you might find that you go through your life, you don't have any headaches, and then all of a sudden at some point you step on a spiritual path, you start connecting in with the universal energies, and all of a sudden you start having these headaches, and they come and they go, and they come and they go during different moments when the cosmic alignments are bringing through new light codes for us. So that is a brow chakra activation. And every time this happens for me, my brow opens a little more and more comes through. And as with today, with the visions that came through, very, very much, fluent rather than one vision explaining everything. It was 1, 2, 3 moving through. Actually, last week I did not mention, and last week was week 123, 1, 2, 3, which was basically saying that we are now in alignment. And of course, we entered the temple because we were in alignment. And once we're in alignment, we're able to go through the journey of the chakra column, and we met at the brow chakra, ready for this brow chakra activation to take place, which has now taken place. And the serpents have risen, the masculine and feminine aspects of ourselves have met in the brow, and we are now able to have that reunion of the masculine and feminine, which will trigger a greater degree of higher consciousness. Now I've done the cards, and the first card that comes through today is card number 45, which is the same as the energy today. 4 and 5 is 9, 5 and 4 is 9. It is about wisdom, about the light, receiving the light of the universe. And the card says speak up, but the vision is the feminine energy within a flame here. And she's speaking through a loudspeaker that has this energy around it. And it is bringing forth the energy of love, because here's the rose coming forward here, out here, speaking through there. Now, I want to say that this is about the call. The call has gone out. The call has gone out to come forward, to step into the flame, to begin this journey. This is the first card, the base chakra card. So the call has gone out, and the call is of love. The call is to come back to that pure essence of pure divine love. And the second card in the sacral chakra today is card number 11. So we can see that the call has gone out for the two energies, the masculine and feminine, the direct opposites of each other to come together, the polarity of the two coming together to the reflections. And the card says strength, and it is Archangel Ariel. It says great inner strength. We need great inner strength to be able to proceed on this journey. We must not have any judgments, release harsh judgments. It's all about forgiveness and compassion. Now that is what 45-9 is, forgiveness and compassion. It is the energy of the compassionate Buddha. That is the energy that is taking us forward. So we see in the sacral chakra here, the chakra of partnership or relationships, is ready to face its reflection, which is the masculine and the feminine coming forward. So we can see that energy is rising. The call has gone out for the energy to rise. And what energy is rising up through the energy, which is coming forward? It is now rising up through the solar plexus chakra here, very clear, able to move forward. We then awaken to greater wisdom. We are ready to be on our path as we are coming forward, as the Kundalini energy of wisdom rises through the central column. And it rises up into the fourth chakra, which is the heart chakra. And it is illumination, joy and stability, illumined hearts happening here now. The fourth chakra, the fourth card and the fourth chakra, this is the heart, the illumined heart. Beloved Father, Mother, God, Goddess, all that is illumine my heart and enlighten my mind. So we have this illumination happening here, coming together with joy and stability, being able to be activated as we are gently moving up with the Kundalini energies. And in the throat chakra, we have the world, we've come full circle, we have it all. It is all there for us. All elements are in alignment here. All elements are in alignment. So great ability to step into the truth here. Something is coming. Something to do with truth. If it comes clearly, I will bring you. But anyway, this is the truth chakra, and we have completion and full circle, and card number 21, which is bringing us illumination through the throat as well, allowing to come through there, the great wisdom of the throat of truth, with all elements coming together into the brow chakra. And here we have the serpent again. Card number 16, Wadjet, life force energy, purification, divine awakener. Come into the brow and open the brow chakra with the serpent energy that has risen forward for us. Card number 7 is the final card for today, and it is Amaterasu, and it has come out of the closet. So basically it is saying we have risen from the serpents, the sleeping serpents in the base chakra have come up all the way through the chakra column, and they are now able to be released, come out of the closet, be released and awaken into greater greater divinity, higher frequency. And I want to read to you about Amaterasu just for a moment so you can see a little bit more symbolism here. Amaterasu is the Japanese Shinto sun god who was so bright and radiant that her parents sent her to heaven. We become so bright, so radiant that we rise into the heavenly energies, we ascend, where she now shines down upon humanity. So as we rise and come into our full ascension, we then shine our light out also for all of humanity. We become the Bodhisattva, we shine our light, we lift the light, we hold it for others. Amaterasu became upset with her brother, the storm god, who was demolishing the planet. So she hid herself in a cave in protest, and the world grew cold and dark. So we can see the opposite. She was so bright. We have the reflection here. She was so bright, carrying the light, and he, her brother, was carrying the darkness. This is this symbolism also as what we are seeing in what came through in the visions today. The feminine and the light, and the masculine carrying the dark energy, the polarity energies that chose to work through these energies, these lessons together. So he was the storm god, demolishing the planet. And she hid herself in a cave in protest, and the world grew cold and dark. We are in a cold and dark world right now. The other gods tried everything to coax her out. Nothing worked until they finally put a mirror at the cave entrance. When Amaterasu saw her bright and beautiful reflection, she finally came out of the cave. When we finally see our true reflection of the pure light that we are, we come out of the darkened cave. So you can call upon Amaterasu to increase your self-esteem and reveal your true self to others. So this is beautiful, the message that has come through there. We are coming up. The two serpents have risen, and they come to the brow chakra where they see the reflection of each other. And then, of course, the luminosity happens and takes places. What an absolutely beautiful message for us all today. And I hope you enjoyed that. And I look forward to seeing you next week, where I just can't wait to see what's going to happen. It just gets better and better. We've been walking this journey for 124 weeks, and we have seen so much progress. Until in recent months, we graduated to being able to work with these beautiful divine masculine, divine feminine healing energies that are coming together when so many more people on the planet have finally fully developed their masculine and feminine, finally bringing them into balance and now ready to have full union with those energies. I look forward to seeing you next week. It's over and out. Bye.